You also wrote in your book, quote, "I always lived by one hard and fast rule. You don't bet on baseball. But for the first time in my life, I was no longer playing baseball." Even though you were managing, what impact did no longer playing baseball have on how you viewed betting on the game?
I needed something extra. I lost the edge of getting those at-bats and being competitive. So, you know, I was wrong, but the best way to be competitive for me was bet on my own team to win every night.
How often would you bet on the Reds?
Every night. Every night I bet on my team to win.
Every single game you played in?
Every night that my team played, I bet on my team to win. But why would you do it two times a week? Then you're trying to set a pattern in.
Did you ever bet on baseball while you were still playing?
No, and that's never been documented. Nope. I didn't need anything then. I didn't need anything extra then. I mean, I think everybody in the world understands that I know I screwed up and I made mistakes. And you may disagree with that, but it's not important for this interview. And maybe you could explain to me where it is, and I'll listen to you. But I don't think it's worth.
Well, I mean, I think the part of it that's relevant isn't so much.
It's in the book, so anybody wants to know, it's in the book, and you're not going to have any reaction from anybody different today than because, to be honest with you, most people are like me. Get over it. It happened. There's nothing you can do to change it. I didn't break up the Beatles. Okay, I didn't shoot JFK. Okay.
Well, no, after all, though, it is a profile interview and it's part of your life. So how about this? Maybe this is a more fair question. What message would you have to somebody who's presently a gambling addict and knows deep down they want to stop but are unsure how to?
Well, first of all, I don't know anything about that because I always thought I was in control. You know, all of a sudden it sounds to me like you're saying I'm an addict. I don't know where you got that at. I mean,
well, I mean,
because I gambled, I'm an addict
in your book.
Well, I didn't say I was an addict. I think I could control what I was doing. I just I was wrong and I got caught. And if you're an addict, go get help.
But I mean,
I actually went to some gambling anonymous classes, and I sat there for 3 or 4 of them, and I'm trying to figure out what I have in similarities to these other people who are there, and I could never find anything. And it just seems like it wasn't the right place for me. Because I didn't take my last dime and go bet it. I mean, I was in control. I knew what I was doing.
What would being in the Hall of Fame mean to you?
You know, I look at it like this, that my friends know what kind of player I was. My teammates know what kind of player I was. My fans know what kind of player I was. My family knows what kind of player I was. All my managers know what kind of player I was. And you don't need a Hall of Fame plaque to prove that to them.
How do you think the majority, though, of the current Hall of Famers living today
feel about I don't worry about
inducted?
that. I mean, you know, you don't want to get into that situation because I didn't do anything wrong as a player. Nothing. The mistake I made was when I was a manager. So it has nothing to do with my playing career. All those 4,256 hits and all those 2,000 runs and everything else I did as a player. And the last time I checked, and I could be wrong, that the Hall of Fame is about stats. I know most of the guys in the Hall of Fame, and there's not a bunch of altar boys up there. If you think that if I went to the Hall of Fame, I'm the only guy there with a skeleton in my closet, I think you're pissing up a rope.
How would you describe the place you're at in life now?
Oh, I don't know. If I dropped dead tomorrow, I had a real good life. If I had my whole life to go over again, I'd change one thing. I wouldn't have bet on baseball. That's the only thing in my life I'd have changed. I wouldn't have changed my approach. I wouldn't have changed my dedication, anything like that. I can't sit here and say, man, I wish I could have got 10 more hits, or I wish I could have hit 4 more home runs. I left it all out there. I left it on the field. I left it all out there. And I think that's what people remember.